Linda G's in the house in a bathrobe. We've been spending all night together. We had a slumber party. She was trying to get me to curl my hair, and I couldn't.
I was trying to do your eyelashes too, but
I know. And I'm just a big baby about that. I go, no. But we were watching movies all night.
Top of the morning to y'all. Top of the morning. Here's Linda G in a bathrobe and curlers. I thought, well, who am I supposed to be with? Oh, Danny, he won't care. Let me just walk around the house and put my curlers in. I actually did some makeup, but I almost considered not doing that either.
Yeah.
And Danny says, "Oh, you just be yourself." I said, "I don't know if people would like that, but
oh yeah, they would. Oh yeah, they would." So anyway,
but I did put on my special underwear on account that I was coming.
I think that's TMI.
My festive underwears.
Okay.
I got my festive underwears on and a petite, of course.
Now, of course. Now, are you going to show those?
Hell no.
Okay.
You still want people to watch the show.
Yeah.
You don't want people, oh my
God. Funny. All right. Well, thank you for showing up in a bathrobe. It's so exciting.
When I first came on, he was looking down and he looks up and he starts busting up right away because I'm like, you know what? It's Bathrobe Danny. It's time to put our bathrobes on. Hey, y'all, go get your bathrobes. If you don't have them now, put them on.
Yeah, just pause it. We'll wait for you.
We'll wait for you.
Because, it's not like I wear my bathrobe all the time, but in COVID land, I did. And people would come over. I'd still be in my bathrobe because, because I was. But now, because we're moving into a new way, if people come over to my house, I don't wear my bathrobe all the time. I'm still in slippers, though.
Right. And it's comfy. You can slap a t-shirt on, your jeans, you're good.
You're good. Yeah. All right. Well, we got some questions.
Okay. Yeah. You guys sent some good questions.
Good questions. And I got to thank when you are on with Sterling and you say, got to thank Linda and Dan for the questions. Oh my gosh. I spent like 3 hours trying to sort these. And
yeah, they do it. Yeah.
So big shout outs to them.
Sterling's wife and Dan, he helps me. I pay him to help me with YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I can't go through everything. So he helps me go through it. And he doesn't mind picking out the questions. He has no problem with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's fun because you're seeing what people are thinking about, where their energy is. And so that's real cool. So I put them in order: politics, SCOTUS, nature, earth, and spirit.
Okay. Well, but I liked one of the first question here. Is somebody said that they want to know how come I stay so young.
Yeah.
Who was that, Kim?
That was Medium Kim.
She said to Linda, what does she do for herself to stay so young? I think it's a lot of alcohol and Twinkies.
It's that preservative.
The preservative in there that pickles you. Actually, I don't really drink, but I thought that was funny. But thank you, Kim. You made my day, girlfriend.
Yeah.
We got some mediumship questions too. So
yeah, we do.
I like mediumship.
Yeah. And so we got 3 mediumship questions. So we'll get into that. What do we want to go with first?
You pick it, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to go with just an easy one to start off with. And it's easy for me anyway. Does everyone have an archangel?
Everyone has an archangel that's also in charge of your guides.
Yes.
I just saw levels. So there's it's not like archangels are personal assistants to the human form. They help the guide forms in helping the human form.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect. And that's kind of how I see it, just levels down.
Levels.
And when we start doing our research into angels and things like that, we forget to ask our angels so much, and and maybe not the archangels, but the everyday angels, we can ask them, and they're like, yeah, come on, ask me a question. Let me be there.
Yeah.
Let me be there.
And there are some master archangels that do come around human form. And especially in times of trouble, especially the children forms.
Yeah.
But they, like Michael, Archangel Michael, I've seen him a couple of times. They do a lot of battle for the human. They're doing a lot of battle.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. What happens if you're talking to your angels and you don't hear them answering? So like you're asking for your angels to show up and you don't feel them, you don't hear them.
Well, adjust your communication. So if you're coming from ego asking, you're in human form, it's almost like you have to step out of yourself. So you have to breathe and you have to be the observer of the thinker and allow and just wait for it. Because sometimes I've had difficulties even hearing my guides.
Right.
They're not always on board. And sometimes it's almost like, girl, why are you asking me that again? So it's like, just wait in silence, as silent as you can be.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking the other day, and I'm going to talk about it on my show. Why all of a sudden did people start saying, go ahead and get the vaccine? People were saying, Linda, what the hell? What the hell? And if I get real quiet and I asked my guides, I felt strongly it was all corporate related, because these corporations are telling these people, if we crash and burn again, if this not getting a vaccine causes the economy to crash and burn again, you guys are done. We're done. Right. And we're not going to give you any money. That's why even McConnell was like, take not that he ever said not to take it, but he allowed these people to determine it's folks and all this stuff. But I heard that loud and clear. So that's the reason. There
we go. Awesome. And I loved what you said, pull away from ego when you're asking for your guides. And of course you have to get quiet. When I read that, I also thought of paying attention to the little synchronicities in your life, what show up to you as angels. They could be hummingbirds. They can be, like coins on the ground, which again is kind of like mediumship things, but things that aren't, that kind of like take your focus and you go, look at that.
Yeah.
That's your guides. That's your angels trying to knock you on your head, say, hey, wake up, pay attention.
Right.
But I really think we have to get quiet with us and just have some patience. And as you said, stay out of ego. Why can't I have a Lamborghini?
I like to tell people, the people who don't, there's a lot of people out there really don't have any joy. They don't know what joy is. They had a rough childhood. They're constantly in a state of turmoil. And when I say stepping out of yourself, the feeling is, that feeling when you see the most beautiful vista in the world?
Yeah.
When you stand, and in that moment, how you feel you're connected with everything?
Right.
Everything feels alive in that motion. That's the connection I'm talking about. If you could stand down, even look at a vista or a beautiful plant or flower, something of beauty, and feeling that higher consciousness, that's when you start getting tapped into. That's when you'll get like maybe a word or just an aha moment.
Yeah. Just a feeling or something of that.
Yeah.
That beauty.
Now, listen, I used to be able to tap in for years, but I didn't know that I had that ability, because I would get, but I was always interrupting in my psyche. I was always interrupting, trying to determine from my own human perspective. When I finally let that go, that's when the actual conversation in my ear would take place. You're going to do a YouTube video. What? I don't want to do a you. What are you, crazy? Who would think, you would think they would have gotten lightning to strike me down. How dare you talk back to us? And they said, Linda, you will help calm people down. Exact words I heard. No clue what I was doing. Get on the internet. Next thing you know, ta-da.
Boom.
But there's a reason and there's a purpose. And if you just be quiet, people don't say, oh, what, did I hear that? Keep journals too. Keep journals of your dreams. Your dreams will sometimes talk to you.
Right.
I've had very prophetic dreams.
Yeah.
In fact, in 1980 something, I had a dream that I would do something great with my life and helping others in the year 2022. So we'll see. You'll be on the Danny show with your curlers and your rope. That was what they said.
And in the vision that I had, that's going to stick with me forever when I want to go tap into my guides, is you coming on my show with curlers and a robe. And I'm just looking at that beautiful vista. I'm going, oh my gosh, it's heaven.
They have a sense of humor over there.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have a great sense of humor.
Yeah. There's a comedy club, and we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
All right. Hey, let's go into, let's talk about the FBI tip line and Kavanaugh, because you have been saying for a long time, ever since he first got his name.
I was in Oklahoma, I'll never forget. And I had to go outside and get my phone and say, everybody, I'm so sorry, but he's going to get in. And then I said, but don't worry, I see a hand coming across on his shoulder, and
boom.
But my key here, and if you want me to tap into it, does he walk down? Does he walk away because there's so much pressure, or do they? Because somebody wrote that, somebody on MSNBC, it says because he was confirmed, it's very hard to get rid of him. But he's gonna be gone.
Right.
I don't care if it's hard. He's gonna be gone.
Well, and the other things that are against him are his debt. Where did his debt go? Because he had all this debt that was being piled up.
Actually, just now when you said that, somebody just said you're correct, Danny. That's the key. That's going to be the key more so than all these women coming forward. Isn't that a shame? But that doesn't hold the weight that the money does. Right.
And that whole energy is all shifting where, the women are going to be taking over. The female energy is going to be taking over. I don't think it's going to be in my lifetime, but we're just shifting that whole energy shift where it's not so, beating you over the head with, and it's going to be a little more calming and thoughtful and healing versus like, I'm going to beat you over the head and show you what's right.
Right, exactly. And the collective consciousness of the United States of America. I mean, I was so happy when we got Obama in, ×2. And this is a Black man, and you know how bad these people are out here. So, but a woman is even harder.
Yeah.
A woman. And so if you look at what happened to Hillary Clinton, she was very powerful. She should have won. But Trump and his lackeys and the Russians all put out that fake news on her, like Pizzagate. It's so ridiculous, but people believe that.
Yeah.
But they worked against her because she was a woman. Had Biden run instead of Hillary, I don't think Trump would have won. I think it was because Hillary was a woman, and she was a smart woman, and people just don't like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Nope.
A woman and being smart?
Yeah.
Now, if she would have had curlers, if she would have showed up in curlers, I'm telling you, nothing would have stopped her. Nothing.
Oh my God. They just hated her. Oh, I'm not the type to stand by my man. Yeah, they hated her.
Yeah. And then when she tripped, and I remember when she had that one like stumble for something, and Trump was all in her face. Oh, that guy can't even pick up a glass of water.
I know. He couldn't walk down a ramp, because the diapers were too top heavy. Jesus.
And we did have a question about his top-heavy diapers, but I don't want to go there.
Okay.
I don't want to go there.
Well, aren't you sick of talking about him too, in a way?
Oh my gosh.
The only reason we do it is because we want to assure people. That guy, Steve Schmidt, the guy that he's on Twitter and he's
Right.
on TV a lot. And he was saying, you all need to be very fearful of him for 2024. And I can understand where he's coming from, but I had to write him back and say, I understand what you're saying. The reason Trump won, because he was comparing to Trump winning, I said, is because he was running against Hillary Clinton, and thanks to Russia. And by the way, this will all be proven. That's why Trump, which I said years ago, will be proven to be an illegitimate president because he used foreign help to become president.
Right.
So I said that now I just don't see it. I can't even see him running. I just think too much is going to hit the fans.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that too with just his health issues and what he's going through. And even though it feels like stress doesn't get to him, it's got to be getting to him. It's got to be. And even, look at where his kids are. And I know he doesn't care about his sons, but I think he still cares a little bit about his daughter and her trouble. And maybe he'll just flip on her like he does with everybody.
Oh, no, she's going to flip on him.
Yeah. And then he'll go, I don't care.
Heart. Yeah. So there's only a couple of, the one woman who could break his heart, even more so than Melania, is Ivanka. Because he doesn't care about anyone else. And he just had a big deal in Florida. The journalists that were out there said that they were all screaming at them, no masks. Yeah. So he had a big cluster, with all these people in Florida, which are his people, getting ready to get sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you do that? I just don't understand.
Right.
And then he proceeded talking this. It was outright horrible things that he said about, the thing being stolen and all this stuff. He goes on with the same rhetoric, but it's just, he just really wants to create madness and chaos. In the meantime, all the money going to his PAC is going to him for his personal assistance and stuff. Yeah. And he wants these people to be in love with him so he can live off of them. Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's just all about him getting money. And I have family members that, what's that? He gets ratings. Yeah. Because I wish that all the shows would just stop looking at him. He's no longer president. Yeah. Did you see Obama doing rallies immediately post Trump in the election? Did he go run around and do rallies? No. No. But this guy thinks he's somebody. And, God bless him. He can just move on. Right. And we'll move on. Yeah. And, the thing is that he does get ratings. And I look at my news feed and it's all about the stupid things he's saying. And I go, I'm just so done with that energy. And he's gone, but people keep bringing him up and it is scary. Oh my God, if we let him win or, go in 2024, we still need to be really vigilant. We still need to take action and make sure that this does not ever happen again. Now, my guys are usually rocking, and they've been very clear about 2022. Everybody's thinking, the Republicans are going to get in there. And nope. No. It's not going to happen. Because how do you vote Republican when you're struggling to live, except the real Trumpsters? And there really isn't as many Trumpsters as there are with the good people. There's more Democrats now than there are Republicans. But how do you do that when the governor says, no, you guys don't deserve your extra $300 unemployment? You don't deserve, you saw what happened in Missouri. Yeah. They voted for extended Medicare and they said, we know the people voted. So it went to a higher court and the court says, no, people voted. You got to give it to them. These people are dying of a virus right now, and you're going to tell him no. It's these kind of things that you think is no big deal, but it is. These things will come to roost.
It's big deal, and I think that this turn on them going, okay, now everybody get vaccinated. It's making their heads spin a little bit, and they're going, wait a minute, you just told me, and now you're. And so there's some that will, like what you said, will just stick with that message and go, no, it's my freedoms. But we don't have freedoms when we're driving down the street. We have to stop at the stop sign.
Exactly.
You know, right. So, but there's going to be a lot of people, I feel, that are going to be switching their tune because they're going, you said this and now you're saying this. What changed? And it changed on a dime, it felt like. So with you saying your corporate money was being pulled, that was it.
The corporations came in because we had that 900 drop, but it came right back up. But I think the corporation, because if you think about it, there's a guy named Sam Harris that my son listens to. Do you know who he is?
No.
He's actually an atheist. He has to walk around with bodyguards, but he is as smart as can be. I listen to his podcasts, and he started worrying about this virus in 2018. He started talking about this virus, and he said, you know what? We need to get a grip on this because what's going to happen, it's going to devastate us, which it did. But he even said, if we don't get a hold of it coming up, and we have to shut everything down again, it's going to be tough. I think some states like Florida may have to shut down.
Yeah.
But, we're going to get to where you got to show your card. It better be the right card, and there'll be penalties. And restaurants are asking to see your status. And if it's okay, you don't want to have the vaccine, and you can eat outside with the dogs.
I like dogs.
Me too.
I like dogs.
If it was up to my dogs, they'd be sitting up on the table eating all my food.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather eat with the dogs than
my dog's looking at me when I'm trying to eat some.
I know that feeling. I know. It's like, okay.
It's like you're hurting them or you're doing something. They just had their supper. I just fed them. And they're sitting up there looking at me like, I finally get to sit down and have a meal. And they're all.
Well, your cooking's very good.
It used to be really good, but I lost a little of that balance because I got kids that don't like onions, don't like tomatoes, mushrooms, all the good stuff that I like.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know. My grandma was from Mississippi.
Oh.
And I remember she died when I was 17, but I remember the best food ever.
Yeah.
And she was, my sister says that I'm a lot like her because grandma never used to measure. I do the same thing. I just throw in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Pissed my mom and my sister off because they were teaspoon,
Right. And I tell you, that Southern cooking, oh my gosh, I love it. It's a little hot. And you go anywhere else, like there was some Cajun salmon or something up here. And my wife goes, oh, you want the, I go, no. You don't get Cajun food anywhere besides down south. They just don't make it right. You know, you gotta have a little bit of sweat, a little bit of humidity, a little bit of that yeehaw in there.
Yeah, my best dear friend who's now deceased, she was from Virginia, West Virginia. She made the best biscuits and gravy ever. Yeah. And I kind of learned from her. But my sister and I took a little trek up back in Tennessee and a bunch of places because I have kinfolk that I wanted in genealogy to look up. And you could get some good grits, but still nothing the way my friend used to do it.
Yeah. It's just something about it.
That back, Helicopter, you got to boil it real good.
Yeah. So while we're kind of speaking about that virus and traveling a little bit, where do you see these new COVID strains going? Do you think do you see any shutdowns? Do you see people being able to travel?
Traveling is going to be stifled. And I'm feeling as if they're showing me the card That card is going to be the life force. And if you fake the card, there will be a tough legal thing against you.
Oh, nice.
They're going to do the cards, and jobs can say, those nurses all sued that hospital for saying you had to have it. And the court said, yeah, they can do what they want.
Right.
I also see, and it kind of came to me in the back of my head. So I'm just going to say it out loud to you. I also felt like insurance companies might step up and say, look, you don't get the vaccination, we don't cover the COVID. Unless you have a physical reason you can't take it.
Right.
So I don't know if they can do that, but that's what I heard.
And I heard, so when I was thinking about this question and I came up with the seatbelt thing, I too also flashed to the insurance companies and I thought, do they cover your medical care if you just no, I'm not wearing a seatbelt? I mean, the reason it was put in place was because we're having so many people die on the roads, and that was going to save some lives. And I think it was an insurance thing. So that kind of ties together.
And if you're a smoker, forget about it, or they up the rate.
Yeah.
But if you're going to gamble with your life and others by not getting a COVID vaccine, I can see the insurance company saying, no, we're not paying anymore.
Right. Yeah. Because they do for smokers, they raise your rate if you're a smoker.
If you're going to do something that could hurt her. And look at my daughter. Now listen, she's not coming from a Trump thing. The reason my daughter was against vaccines, and she was even against vaccines for her son, was because of that Robert Kennedy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all, it's this and it's that. Ended up, she had to get my grandson vaccinated to go to school, and he did just fine.
Right.
He did fine. So, but everything isn't a conspiracy.
I know.
But now, because she got so sick, she said now she's getting the vaccine. And at least she got to live through it. So. Right.
And there's some people that are in the hospital that say, okay, give me that vaccine. They go, it's too late.
Uh-huh.
It's too late for the vaccine for you. So I'm glad she's doing better. You've had so many people praying and sending you love and sending her love and light out. So
she has trouble at night, which most people do with any kind of thing with the lungs. She just can't seem to get comfortable.
Yeah. Cool. And what I saw with the virus too, I still think people are going to be traveling and whatever. I still see the movement in certain areas, and maybe they will shut down things, but it doesn't really matter. For me, it's you just have to take care of yourself, wear the mask.
That's the most important thing I see. I don't see travel to Europe or anything. I see other countries being strict, but I saw the masking coming back.
Right.
And, you still got those that don't want to wear a mask, but it feels like, but I'm not seeing the shutdown, and people are going to get serious. Like, you don't show me a legal vaccine card, you can't come in here.
Right.
Look what the NFL is doing.
Yeah.
They're saying, okay, fair enough. You don't want the vaccine. You get COVID, you're not going to get paid. You're going to be out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So give consequences.
Yeah. Right. And I think too, where I'm coming from personally is that, I'm hanging around now that we're starting to go out a little bit. If I feel uncomfortable about a certain place, then just wear a mask and don't go with the flow, go with what is in your heart, what you need to do to take care of yourself, and just wear a mask. Even if everybody else is, don't worry about it. Just, they should respect that.
Oh, and did you see that huge music festival in Florida?
No.
Thousands of young people. I just felt so sick to my stomach. And nobody with a mask on.
Right. It seems like it was, just a light switch flipped. Everybody, when the CDC said, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to have a mask outside or whatever. And I just think it's going in the wrong direction. But So for me, wear a mask and don't be ashamed to wear it.
I'm not. And the good news is I'm in California, so are you.
Yeah, right.
But if you're in Missouri and stuff, people will give you a hard time.
Oh yeah. So I come from Missouri, and it's
I could be related to you. I got kinfolk from Missouri, from the Ozarks.
From the Ozarks.
Oh my God, we could be related.
We could be. We might be.
Yeah, somebody told me not to wear my mask somewhere, and I pulled the mask down. I said, thank you. And I started hacking and coughing. This damn COVID is driving me nuts.
Yeah, right. I think what we should do is get a mask with you and curlers and just, emboss it right here and have people.
Bathrobe Linda at work.
Wear your mask.
There you go.
All right. So let's get back to a little bit of the SCOTUS thing. Will Christopher Wray asked to resign?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, Christopher Wray asked to be resign.
People are really mad at him for being the puppet for Trump.
Yeah.
And also all those people, including Elaine Chao, that was supposed to be investigated, they just dropped it.
Yeah. I've always seen things coming for her, but I see her leaving town.
That's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah. Christopher Wray. Ooh.
Okay, here we go. Christopher Wray. I'm using my cards today.
Yeah. I think he's in trouble. I know he's in trouble.
Yeah.
The cards say he's in trouble.
He's going to resign.
Yeah.
Well, he's leaving in shame. So either he's fired or he resigns, but this is him walking away. So I would say resign. What are you showing?
Yeah. Well, first card that I pulled is the 5 of Pentacles, loss out in the cold. Yeah. So yeah, he's gone. I got a lot of Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Just in my Ace of Wands is double-edged. It's almost like a sword. So they're just going to slice and dice him. And with all this new information that's coming out, and the sense I'm getting is I think he's going to walk away for the pressure.
I see him sitting before Congress having to testify again. Because of Kavanaugh, there's going to be a big thing on Kavanaugh. Let's just take a quick look to see if Kavanaugh walks away or is he. John, whatever his name is, the chief, he must be worried because it's really giving a bad reputation.
Yeah. Roberts.
He's on the fence right now. He's fearing an investigation. He's fearing it. He's got the 5 of Swords. So there's a battle ensuing, and it's a battle that's tough. He's got the Fool, which to me says, he looks like an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be a lot of things that are going to hit him even. Remember, I told you the money, but there are some complaints about him that are really going to catch on fire. You know what I do feel too? They're going to be able to prove some money links on him, but I do feel there's some women that really wanted people to listen to them, and that's all coming out. There's going to be so much pressure for them to say, yeah, get him out of here.
Right.
They'll get him on a technicality with the money and lying to Congress.
So lying to Congress, I have the Moon card in the final outcome. So I also have at the top of the reading, the 10 of Wands. He's got so much information that is coming out against him. He can't hold on to any of it. It's too red poker hot. Of course, he's going to throw out a lot of illusion, delusion. I feel like he's just not going to walk away and give up, really easy.
Well, I see him trying to fight, but it doesn't help that Donald Trump, Donald Trump that wasn't really his choice. It was those
Right.
people that worked the Supreme Court, put all the money in it.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fan of Kavanaugh. If you look at the pictures of Kavanaugh getting sworn in, Donald Trump doesn't look all that happy.
Yeah. Right. Right. So yeah, I think he's in big trouble. At the base of the deck, I got the devil, his addictions. And I also got the 8 of Swords. He's feeling this coming right at his throat. He knows that it's almost like a little imprisonment card. I don't know.
He might be desperate enough that anything that comes up until he goes, he'll vote in favor of more liberal. To hopefully the liberals will say, well, he's biting for us, so maybe we'll let him sit. But
right.
They're coming for him.
You know, when you just said that, when I was watching some of the things that he had voted on in the past, and this is like, you know, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago or whatever, I'm going, what is he doing? Why is he voting for this? Is he trying to like calm the liberals? He's trying to get us
up to yeah. He wants us to think, well, he's doing our Biden, so leave him stay. Yeah.
Right. So interesting. All right. Let's look at where are we with time? Oh,
he's got another 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's go with well, here's one. Let's go with nature, earth, kind of spirit.
Okay.
And so we are going into this shift, this transformative shift. We're dealing with a lot of pain right now as we let go of all this crazy stuff and move into a higher ascension. Where do you see us? What do your guides say about where we're going to be in like 5 to 10 years?
It's going to be improved. We're not falling off into the atmosphere. But remember, the guide said, fasten your seatbelt, because there's going to be so much shifting and wobbling. Somebody said Mother Earth gets angry. Mother Earth does not get angry. It's about balance. It's not anything to do with Mother Earth saying, you guys are messing me up and blah, blah, blah. It's about balance. Yeah. So there's a balancing thing going on. Now, there's going to be a lot of chaos and a lot of heartache. But in the end, with the people that are now standing here, it's like people who didn't believe in COVID get COVID, then they have a new respect for it.
Right.
That's what I'm feeling. It's like a new respect for the earth. And we really will, I don't care what Republicans say, we're going to be really careful about taking care of this earth, like my ancestors did. The Native Americans, they never owned a piece of land, never owned it. And they always respected the earth. They always gave back for what they took. And if they killed a buffalo, they used every part. That was the most heartbreaking thing for the natives, was to watch buffalo being slaughtered by the millions just because they just wanted to do it so the natives wouldn't have anything.
Right.
They couldn't understand that. It was just so beyond their language.
Right. And so we've shifted to this language of more. Nothing is enough. And that language, I'm 100% in agreement with you, is going to shift. And we're changing that right now. The question, as it was written, and I don't think this person meant it that way, was, is it just going to happen? It's not going to just happen. We need to have our higher vibrations in our thought processes in alignment with that, where we don't need the latest, greatest of everything, that we can make this shift happen so that we are respectful of Mother Earth. And it's up to us.
Another something, I think it's solar flare. We're getting ready to have another, like Canada did, with all the power going out, but they'll get it back up. But I just see us, like me, living without power due to firestorms. It just gives you more of a respect, more of what can I do
Yes.
to create better well-being, because this earth is not messing around. It's not from anger. Don't you guys think it's like trying to get back at us? It's just a realignment and adjusting, because they've told me 10, 15 years, things should be a lot better. And we're really working for Mother Earth. Remember that last president was saying, go ahead and throw your toxic things into the river. Remember? He just decided, no, go ahead, get rid of this. Go ahead, frack to your heart's desire. Right. This is all going to be reversed.
Right. Yeah.
But unfortunately, there will be, I don't know if you just saw in Turkey, had the most outrageous flooding. The flooding in China, in Turkey, in Germany. Oh my God.
Right.
There's more of that. Remember that guides told a while ago, I said, I just see water.
Yeah. And we can see that happening right now. It's just water. And when we're calm and comfortable and everything's good, where's the impetus for change? We don't have it. So I think Mother Earth is kind of shaking us up a little bit and going, pay attention. Y'all need to do something.
Right.
And it's not the same thing that you did yesterday. You got to think differently.
Our heartfelt warmth and love for nature.
Right.
Do you know how powerful that is? You would not think, just loving the earth and being grateful and telling your higher powers, thank you for us being here.
Oh my gosh.
You don't realize how that can actually start reversing things and making it worse, easier. We have power. Ye are gods. You have power within yourself to take care of business. So always pray for Mother Earth and for the people on it. But this is shifting our collective consciousness. So this is good.
Boy, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, just the gratitude that you can give anytime you can give that gratitude for Mother Earth, just for its ground, whatever. Awesome. All right. Let's get into some mediumship.
Okay.
All right.
That's my gig.
That's your gig. So we had three mediumship questions.
Okay.
And one of them was, what do you hear? Have you been hearing anything from FDR? Because Biden has a great big portrait of him in the Oval Office, and he has all these other very great presidents in his office surrounding him. You've talked about FDR a lot, but
FDR was the one who said the new president is going to do like I did with the New Deal.
Yeah.
I can see his beautiful blue eyes right now.
Does he have anything that he wants to add?
He's actually saying it's just so weird how, because he used to be able to make things happen. We are almost in the same consciousness, because that war brought America together. And thus we were like, we need to have the New Deal. We need to do this. But right now, what's happening with us, he said, is that we're divided.
Mm-hmm.
We're one nation, but we're divided. And a divided nation cannot stand. So he's saying that he's working with Biden. He's right there with him. Isn't that weird? He put the portrait there.
Yeah.
Because that's who was telling me what Biden was going to do.
Right. And it's not a little portrait. It's a big portrait.
I got to look. Can I Google it to see it?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's with him. Oh my God. I need to write Biden and tell him, hey, listen, I was talking about FDR being with you for a while. He's getting a download. Biden is getting a download. And there's a purpose for everything he says. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to tell you, this New Deal will happen. There's a lot happening, especially after 2022. I'm sorry we have to wait so long. But when we go in and start taking over the Dems, it feels like we get to get a lot of things done.
Yeah.
More. That's why my hit from FDR was, take what you can get from the Republicans. Don't squawk all the time, because we'll be able to make it bigger when they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can always add more. Take what you can get. And I see people going, no, that's not enough. That's not take what you can get. That's what I heard. I just now heard as clear as day. Take what you can get. You can always expand later. Right. So compromise, but yeah. So what'll happen is we're going to probably get something we might not be happy with, but because of 20 and you know, Biden's going to do the beautiful thing he does, like he did when he ran this time. You vote for me, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get your vaccine. I'm going to get you out of this COVID thing, and I'm going to send you a check. That's music to people's ears.
Yeah.
So he's going to say, I'm going to send you a check. Again, trust me.
All right. So I'm taking that to the bank.
All right.
All right. The other mediumship question, and this is, I'm gonna take this one, was any messages from John Panay, and he was a stand-up actor that passed away in 2014. He was 50 years old, and I didn't know anything about him, but I've seen him. I've seen him. He was in the Punisher movie, I went. I mean, it's a cartoon. It's a comic book movie about this guy that takes revenge. It's blow him up and kill and all that stuff.
How do you spell his last name?
Pinettete. He was on the last show of Seinfeld's.
Oh.
And
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen him. I mean, and so I went, oh, so when I was looking at him and I got quiet, he came out pretty quick, and he came out with another guy. The guy he came out with was John Candy. Okay. And I thought that was really funny. And John Candy's all goofing around with John Panay, or I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. And so the person asked some questions. Does he have any messages for us? So I was asking John Panay that, and John Candy's doing all these theatrical gags, like, you know, sticking his finger in his ear, you know, trying to get him to mess up, talking. I mean, they're just laughing. They're just having so much fun over there. And John Panay, what he said was that Hollywood wasn't all cracked up to be. Fame wasn't. It's really, really hard. He did some things that he wished he would have changed, like the way he ate and things like that, because he got really big and then he lost a lot of weight. And I think he had problems with substance abuse. And it was all about him not being comfortable with who he was. And he goes, people need to be comfortable in their own skin, accept who they are, and not be shamed about it, what their body shape or size is, that it doesn't fit the mold of Hollywood. And then John Candy was like yanking on his underwear, and they started like laughing, and that was it. But so before they left, I said, do you guys have a comedy club up there? And they go, yeah, we do. It's really fun. I go, is John Belushi with you? And they go, yeah, John. Yeah. Sometimes he comes around, but no, he's off doing other things. And then they went away. It was such a great energy, fun, laugh, and just with a little bit of serious in it. It was awesome.
Right. That's wonderful.
One more, and then we'll say bye-bye. Okay. And this goes back to the Supreme Court. Does Ruthie have anything for us?
Ruth. She's back in her young body again, that's for sure. She really loved that husband she had. They're together. She said, she's saying to me, she took a break. Okay, thank you, Ruth. Kavanaugh will be leaving, and that woman that took her place will be leaving. But I feel like the woman that took her place might leave because of health reasons. I don't know what this is about. It's going to get harder and harder. I know there's a lot of people who are, what do you call them, conservatives. It's going to be harder for them to talk our youth into this, because it feels like the youth comes out saying Screw you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our youth will save us, she said. She wants you to know that. And I do feel there's going to be more than, what is it, 9?
Mm-hmm.
I feel there might be more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Biden will have an opportunity to even bring on, I saw three more justices. That guy that they're asking him to leave, I'm feeling like he's stubborn and he's going to stay. But we do have some years of Democratic hold with a Democratic president, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't know why people want to panic about Trump, but you know, there's a lot of reasons why he won. There's even reasons why he got so many votes this time. But remember, Biden won. You remember, what did they tell us when Trump won? Get over it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's the biggest sore loser I've ever known.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is.
Proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Gone to courts after court that throws it out, and he still has to make a point.
Right. It's and then yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So what are you doing today, my friend?
Me?
You got another video you're gonna do?
No, I did my Sunday with Spirit video this morning. I put that up at 12:01. And I know, but I'm not up at that time. I do it Saturday. And then, and so today, it's just you. I'm going to be thinking about you and for the rest of the day and just sending out good vibes to everybody.
Sweet talker. I'll send the check in the mail next week.
All right. And send me one of them curlers too.
There you go.
I need one of them. All right, I'm going to pull a card as we leave.
Okay.
And it's Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis.
We are changing.
We're going into metamorphosis, that's for sure.
You know,
call it any better.
Yep. And it's not a light switch. It's just breathe into it, let it happen, put some intention behind it.
Right.
Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you, baby. This
was awesome. Bye, everybody.
You can take your robes off now.
Well, maybe. Hang on, I got to figure out how to.
Go.
Yeah.